Hi everyone, welcome back. Sorry it's been a bit of a long time, been a bit of a few chaotic weeks. We've had the sickness bug through the house and what with work and everything else. But we had a weekend to have a break and we all went to Legionary. Well, I say all, me and 3 of the boys. So first of all, let's have a quick look around some of the tables. So I've just filmed some bits that I've been walking around and then I'll come back and we'll have a chat.
James, defence.
Again? Was your James on that side, is it? What? You're doing that side?
This side, yeah.
That's fine, yeah. Uh-oh. Why?
Ooh!
So, they've got action move 4. So that they can move up to... They can do 8 inches.
Yeah, okay. Move from 8 inches to... Oh, sorry, they're both quite back. Yeah, it's all
Right, so that's those 3. So these guys can still move. You've got 2 actions left for you. Did you want... These guys can fall prone if you want to. Yeah, we'll do that. Pass activation over to you. Jolly decent rupture. Yeah. Well, I like to be jolly decent. You should have that a go. He scores a lot. Pass it back.
I've got +1, you've got -1.
Right, yeah.
Oh! No.
How many 8s?
Well, I've got 2.
So it's 8 different. No,
6 different. You're all stumbling the guy routes.
2, yeah, 6 different. Oh, well, 6 dies.
Okay.
Take the rest of the box. Right, dead. That's it. That's plain old. That would be really bad night. The on fire to put both rounds. Okay, they're right. It's the birdie one. I'll be just. You now have to make a 4+3.
One nice.
No. That's 3-1. Alright. Can I put these in the car? I feel that. Oh yeah, I'll take them back. Chuck them both in there. In a minute.
Yes. That machine gun team out.
Yeah, you see an officer close to it. 14. Oh, there was one in the place anyway. Right, anything else? So the landing craft can go off, those troops can go off as well. So they're now off the board.
4 in there. We're going to rush through a bit because you don't want to be fiddling around just lining things up.
Wait, there's
You've
someone
done it?
there.
Now, you see your scurvy here. These are your scurvy here.
Right, there you go. There's a quick look around the tables. So, a couple of things I'd say. The boys took part in the water tanker game, and my youngest took out a tiger, so he got a certificate. There's an award. I thought, right, okay, I went and saw Clive over at his die-cast models and picked him up T34? T34 tank, as that was the tank he was using. And to be honest, these look really nice. I'm thinking of just dropping a back panel in and doing a little bit of work with the scenery on the ground. It'd be a nice little display piece as a souvenir. So I'll be thinking of possibly doing a few more of these in the future. Right, 2 games I'd like to mention. First of all, a long time ago when I had hair, yeah, that long ago, I went to an open day at Peter Pig's, who makes great 15mm stuff. I know 15mm is a little bit quiet on the market, you don't see so much of it, but it's a nice scale if you haven't got quite so much room. And I played a game called Pieces of 8, where the rules have just all been redone. It's been amalgamated into one book, so you've got land and sea and campaign all in one. The quality of the book, the rule book's been improved as well. The way they print is all changed. And I have a ton of these figures in the loft. Of course they're not painted. And I thought, yes, I'll go and have a look before the show and see what I've actually got. I discovered they're really in the loft, buried deep. So it's probably half a day's work to clear the loft out to find them. But it's something I will be doing. I did film a complete game. It's filmed from a slight distance. If people want me to put it up, I can put it up so you can have a look. The boys got to play it for about half an hour. So there's that one. And the other game I've definitely got to mention. I entered the competition from World of 28mm to win a copy of the rules for Outlands, and I won, which is absolutely great. Great pair of guys, nice to meet the people writing the rules, and a new set of mechanics. So here's the rule book. This uses any figures you want. This one's worth a fortune, you see it's signed. Priceless. I'm looking forward to actually building a table for that. I could use the Necromunda table, I can use the 40k figures we've got. You can use anything. Might even dig out the Black Scorpion Cowboys and use them as well. Maybe do a Wild West style skirmish with it. Mechanics are completely different. Yes, it's dice, so most games are based on dice. But here you're rolling to attack, you get your initiative roll 3 dice. 4, 5, 6, you get initiative point. If you don't, 3 dice go to the other side, they get to roll. If they get 4, 5, I think it's 4, 5, 6 or 6, so I can't remember, I'd have to look at the rules. And they can use them as reaction points. So the game really did flip about, which was really nice to see. One side absolutely getting crucified and things just turned. Shush. And it was just great to watch. The 2 boys absolutely loved it. Personally, I said when they got home, I want to play that again. So they broke out their 40k stuff and actually started sticking it all together. So great. Right, on a bit more of a serious note, with the little local game shows, a lot of them are struggling at the moment because obviously they take quite a lot of area. They need fairly big venues, and some of these venues are starting to get quite greedy for money and double prices and things like that. Hence, some of them have started to disappear because it's just not financially viable. So if you do have one of these small local shows near you, please do go. Even if you don't need to buy anything, just go for the atmosphere and meet a few people, have a couple of games. Just a few pound to go through the door. I think it was about £4, and it was anybody over 12. So 2 of mine went free, and it all helps for the club. Back when Exeter used to run the club, it used to be, yes, pay for the show, etc., and hopefully make a little bit of money. So now more of the stage, is the show actually financially viable for these groups to run them? and we don't want to lose them. They're great, a great little atmosphere. Yes, you've got the big ones around the country, which great, you get to see all the big traders, everything else, but it's more of a sale type place, where this is more of a interaction and game. Said the boys sat down, they played Outlands, there's half hour, 40 minutes, they played Pieces of Eight, another half hour, Water Tanker, half hour, 40 minutes, where at the big shows you don't have the time to do it. So please support the little shows. And thanks to all the guys who put on Legionary this year. I know there's a lot of work that goes on behind. I'm sorry I didn't get to put a game on this year, but it's just been one of those years and everything went chaotic. So hopefully I'll put a game on next year. But I did enjoy actually having a walk around, just socialising and seeing people, which you can't do when you're playing a game because you're tied to your table. It's like, yes, there's my 30-minute break, which I go and see everything. Right, run around quick, right, grab a sandwich, back, sort of thing. So remember, the people putting on games as well sacrifice their ability to actually go and enjoy the show, except for enjoying the game they're actually putting on. Right, I think that's everything. Sorry for the waffle, and I'll see you all soon. Cheers.